Today is Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about eBay, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. As always, I'm your host, Paul J Lipsky. Here on this channel, I talk all about e-commerce, usually about dropshipping using other retail websites onto websites like eBay, Amazon, and Facebook, and also doing wholesale dropshipping onto eBay and Amazon as well. So if that interests you, make sure to subscribe to the channel for quick tips on how to dropship. Now, if you guys have any questions, that's what this whole hour is about. It's a pretty casual hour where I sit down or stand up here and answer as many of those questions as I can. You could jump in the chat, let me know where in the world you are chiming in from, and let me know what your question is. I will do my best to answer as many of them as I can. Before we get into that, I wanted to give a quick shout out to some of my star students who have been killing it the past week. So first we have Brian here inside my new Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course called Marketplace Titans. He said after 1 week of joining the course, hit almost 1.5 thousand in profit. So thanks Brian for posting that up. You can see that's his numbers right there. And then a big shout out to Cameron here, who's done over $1.3 million on Amazon with dropshipping. So big shout out to my student Cameron as well. You guys put in the work. I may have made the course for you guys, but you guys have put in the work. So big thumbs up for both of them and their huge successes and actually doing it. All right, so let's see who's here in the chat and what kind of questions you guys have for me this week. Hey, what's up? Thanks for being here. Just beginner on eBay, just started. What do you advise that I do? So the first thing I would advise you to do is just get some information first. So there's obviously a lot of free information on YouTube, which is a great place to kind of feel out whether this is something that you want to be doing. If you've never tried an online business before, if you've never done e-commerce, if you've never done dropshipping, then I do believe that dropshipping on some place like eBay or Facebook is the absolute easiest way to start. They're very beginner friendly. It's a very easy way to kind of step in to this world of e-commerce, especially with something like dropshipping where the model's very, very simple. So watch some videos and get an idea of if this is a good fit for you. Now, what YouTube is not always the best for is getting a step-by-step guide through how to do it, how to actually be successful with the business that you want to start. Because a lot of the videos might be old and out of date. There's really no sequential order to YouTube videos. So you might have one video that will show you how to do one step, and the next video will show you how to do step number 5, and you're missing steps 2, 3, and 4. So something like a course really does help with that. I have a course about eBay dropshipping that you can always join. It's linked up in the description. I do have a Facebook dropshipping course as well, but it's not open yet for enrollment, or it's not open for enrollment right now. It closed recently. But yeah, spend some time first making sure it's a good fit for you before you spend money on a program like that. Hey, what's up, Teresa? Leonard says, started Facebook dropshipping and can't do it through Facebook, so I need to do it through PayPal. But people are just asking me questions but don't buy anything. I haven't gotten any sales. What should I do? So what you need to do on Facebook Marketplace is people are going to start sending you messages when you start listing up items for sale, and they're going to ask questions, and that's really normal. And it can get frustrating because you're going to have a lot of people asking you questions and not actually buying from you. That's very common, so do not take it personally. Usually what the sequence looks like is we find the items we want to dropship on the Facebook Marketplace. We find them on other websites like Amazon or Walmart or HomeDepot.com, and we list them up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Now, once it's listed up, you usually get a lot of messages for those items. People asking you questions, things like that. And then from there, you can sometimes convince them to actually buy the item from you. So part of what you have to do is, one, list up more items, because I would say about 70% of the items I sell them without the customer ever sending me a message. They just buy it because there's enough in the description that they understand what the product is. So what you need to do is when you're listing the item, make sure you put enough in the description so that they understand what it is that they're buying and all the different terms and everything, so they feel comfortable purchasing it without even sending you a message. Now, if they do send you a message, then you want to work with them. You really want to be a salesperson and sell them on the deal and get them to actually follow through and purchase the item. So just get better at that. You will get better at it as time goes on. What's up, Albert? Currently going over your wholesale course. Awesome, Albert. So for those of you who don't know, if you join my eBay Dropshipping Titans course, which teaches you how to dropship onto eBay from retail websites, you also get for free my wholesale dropshipping course as well. Completely for free. It's automatic. You don't have to send me a message about it. As soon as you join up, inside the Dropshipping Titans course, which is a retail course, you'll be able to click a button and instantly get the wholesale course. So it's awesome that, Albert, that you are taking advantage of that and actually going in and doing some wholesale dropshipping. Not sure what this is in reference to. Suzanne says, "Hey Paul, thanks for the great info you provide." My pleasure, Suzanne. For AutoDS with eBay, can I have an API store, or does it have to be a non-API store? Yeah, so AutoDS, when you sign up for them, they have two options. You can either connect AutoDS through the eBay's API, or there's a non-API version. So if you're not familiar with what this is, basically eBay has a way that third-party software like AutoDS is able to integrate directly in with eBay. So that if you list an item into AutoDS, the item will automatically appear in eBay. If their price changes in AutoDS, the price will automatically change on eBay. It's done through this integration. Now, if you don't know what AutoDS is, that's just a software that we use to automate our eBay business. It allows us to automate listing of products and automate the price and stock changes and even order fulfillment as well. Now, the API is great because it's so seamless, but eBay doesn't really like, from what we've seen, software that does that, where it reprices or restocks items based on changes on a competitor retailer's website, like Amazon.com. So what we've seen is that eBay doesn't seem to have a problem if we use software that doesn't use the API. So AutoDS has an API version and a non-API version, and that's why I always recommend the non-API version. Hey, Mark, thanks for being here. I'm doing great, man. How are you? Yeah, I'm kind of lost, and I think I missed maybe the first part of your message here. On both Facebook and eBay, Teresa says, I haven't gotten many sales in the last couple of months. Anyone else experiencing the same? So Teresa, up and downs in the business are definitely totally normal. So what you normally see is that in December, it's usually a very strong month for everyone. So when December comes, it can feel weak, but it's usually just in comparison to what you were seeing in December. So what I would advise you to do is look back. If you've been selling for a while, look back at what January and early February was for you last year and the year before that, and compare your numbers this year to last year. Because my first few years in business, I felt the same roller coaster and just the frustrations of that roller coaster. But like, oh my gosh, like, why is this month down so much from last month? And then it wasn't until I started to look at historical data and saw that, oh my gosh, every February my numbers are down. Or every summer, in the middle of summer, my numbers go down. But then they go back up every November, every December. So just look at more of the historical data. That will give you a better indication, because buying habits do vary based on the time of the year. And there's also other considerations that are outside of our control, distractions, especially with the pandemic, things closing down, things opening up. All these things impact sales that are just outside your control. But you should really look at things, the big picture. Where have things been going generally over the past 6-12 months? And that's really a better indication than just doing a day-to-day comparison or even a week-by-week or month-by-month comparison. Hey, what's up, Dave and Kate? Thanks for being here. Greetings, Croatia. Hey, what's up, Port Charlotte, Florida? I'm currently in the Panhandle of Florida. Anton says, "Hey Paul," or "Hi Paul. I just got back into dropshipping. Congrats, man. It's awesome. I just want to make a team. I want to make a team this time with virtual assistants doing the product research and listing, and I do the shipping and payments. Is there a better system that you use?" So, yeah, virtual assistants are incredible, and that's how you really build a more sustainable business. So you said you're getting back into it, which kind of suggests that you left for some reason at one point. There are many reasons people stop dropshipping, maybe because they never got it to work, because they didn't have the right guidance to make it work, or they saw success and just kind of got burnt out by it. I've seen people be successful and feel so overwhelmed because they didn't put the right process in place that they kind of self-sabotage themselves, and then, or as soon as they hit any sort of resistance, they just quit because they kind of use that as an excuse. When the real reason they quit was because they just felt overwhelmed and felt like they just couldn't do it anymore sustainably without some sort of system behind it. And that's why I really encourage people to use software and really encourage people to use virtual assistants, because that is a system. If you get that down, if you create that system, then it does become much more sustainable. It really becomes more of a lifestyle business, which is really what dropshipping is known for. What makes it so great is that it is a business that you can do anywhere in the world while you travel full time if you wanted to, or from home, whatever it is for you. So like if you guys don't know, I travel full time. I live in this camper van. We travel all around the country, we run our businesses from the road, and that wouldn't be possible with a lot of e-commerce businesses, but it is possible with dropshipping, which is why I love it so much. And it's possible because for our businesses, we've set up teams. The first component of every team, or rather, first component of every system, we set up systems. The first component of that is software. Is there software? How much software can we use to automate as much as the business as possible? So something like AutoDS will allow you to quickly list items, fulfill orders, and even reprice and restock items. So that's like the foundation. That's what you need. And then you can build virtual assistants into your system so that they can fill in all the gaps that software can't do. So product research, have virtual assistants do that. Listing items, they can do that. Fulfilling orders is something they should be doing as well. If you're looking for what it seems like you're looking for, then I would have them do all of that. And you really want to eliminate yourself as much as possible. It's a challenge for yourself to eliminate yourself out of the process as much as possible. A challenge because you physically have to do it. You physically have to teach your virtual assistants, hire the virtual assistants, and get them incorporated into your system. And it's also a challenge because you also have to let go. So many of us entrepreneurs, we have this fear of not micromanaging, right? We have this fear of not being involved in every aspect of our business. And that's just not a sustainable way to grow a business. I mean, think about someone like Jeff Bezos, right? He doesn't know how to start a return on Amazon, right? Or, if he was in the customer support line, he wouldn't know how to do that. He doesn't need to know how to do that. He has the big picture. He knows where the growth of the company's going, the direction that it's going in. All these minute details, he doesn't worry about that kind of stuff, because that's the kind of stuff that will just slow him down and prevent him from doing what he does best, which is worrying about the direction of the business and the next big ideas for the business. And that's how you have to start to think about yourself as well. You have to start thinking, what is my role in this, right? You don't want to be the person in the weeds doing all the work. That's what you want to outsource, especially when you compare how much money you can make compared to how much money you'll be paying the virtual assistants. And now luckily, there are virtual assistants. You can hire one that can do all of this for you. They can run your entire business if you properly train them how to do that. So if you're willing to do that, it's totally worth it. Now, one mistake I made that I just kind of alluded to is that when I first started hiring virtual assistants, I really felt like I needed one VA for product research, one virtual assistant to list items, one virtual assistant to fulfill orders. And in theory, that's great, because that means if any of them get sick, if any of them can't show up for work or quit, then I only have to worry about one job that I can do that day, or just hire someone else to do. But in practice, it just gets really complicated and overwhelming. You have all these virtual assistants. You have to keep on top of all of them, pay all of them. And then I moved to a system where I just try to have 1 or 2 VAs per store, where really one is the main VA, and it works so much better. It's so much more seamless and just easier on me, because they are the one who's essentially replacing me as the manager. I can still be the CEO, but they're sort of the manager of the store who runs the day-to-day operations and runs everything. So that would be my best advice. Hire just one stellar virtual assistant. You might not find them right away. Keep looking, and you will find one. You can train them up a little bit, and it works really great when you get that down. All right. What's Marius say here? I work as a virtual assistant for my sister. I currently only send out orders and a little bit of product research. How do I improve as a virtual assistant? And is it possible to open my own store if I'm underage? So I'll answer your second question first, because it's a little bit easier. If you're underage, meaning if you're under 18, then you technically are not allowed to open a store in your own name. So what you have to do is open up a store in a relative's name or a friend that allows you to do that, and you run the store for them, which is kind of what you're already doing. And then you arrange some sort of profit split on that. So for instance, my good friend Carter, he has a channel called Carter Maxwell, and he's been selling on eBay for years, even though he's pretty young. So he was selling when he was like 14, I think. So he was doing it under his parents' name, his parents' eBay store, but he was running it. And then when he turned 18, it was transferred into his name. So it is possible to do that with support. Now, the first question was, how can you improve as a virtual assistant? You have to ask your boss, in this case your sister, for more responsibility. So you want to be able to run as many aspects of the store as you can. So everything from, it seems like you do send out orders, which is great, and you do a little bit of product research. So I would first ask, can you do more product research? And then ask for feedback on that. That is such a valuable skill that dropshippers really want their virtual assistants that can do that really well. So if you can master that skill by asking to do it more and asking for feedback on how your items that you found, how they're doing, that is going to be really, really strong skill to have. Then once you build up that skill, ask, can you then list items? That's going to be something you'll learn very fast. And then ask if you could do customer service. That will be a little bit more challenging as well. But if you can get down all those skills, then you are a rock star VA, and you're going to be very valuable to anyone looking to hire. Hey, what's up, Carlo in Croatia? The myth, the legend, Paul Lipsky. Thanks, Mark. Hey, Lior in Israel. Okay. How do you deal with TBA tracking numbers on Facebook Marketplace, and how long do you get paid if you can't upload the tracking? So you need to upload tracking numbers to Facebook Marketplace, otherwise Facebook will just cancel the orders. TBA tracking numbers are something I do have a solution for inside my Marketplace Titans course, and it's something I just don't talk about publicly, otherwise it would be abused. And quite honestly, I just save the best stuff for my paying students. So I hate doing that, but I hate saying that on YouTube, but it's just the truth, and I didn't want to skip your question either. So David, stealth accounts and managed payments do work if you're running the stealth account in a friend or family member's name, because then they can just do all the information for you. Not at all, Pickle. Not at all. Both of them are still, eBay's still growing every single year. Facebook dropshipping is still really new. So it's actually a really hot time to get into that. Yes, that is technically true. Aiden, what's up? Hi, I've been watching you for a while. I want to say thanks. So thanks, Aiden, for that. Appreciate you, man. But do you know any ways to make Facebook dropshipping automated? So Aiden, yeah, so we do have ways to semi-automate Facebook dropshipping. So if you're not familiar with what Facebook dropshipping is, we're not talking about creating Facebook ads for Shopify stores. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is dropshipping products from like Amazon and Walmart onto Facebook Marketplace. And then when someone buys a product from us on Facebook Marketplace, will buy it from Amazon and have Amazon ship the item directly to the customer. Now, earlier I was talking about API and how eBay has this API. Facebook doesn't have that, which means that we can't automate as much Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. But we do have some automation software. I don't have it queued up, so I can't show you it right now, but AutoDS does have a Facebook option. So what it does is, let's say I found this is like a little case for my microphone. Let's say I found this case on Amazon and I listed up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Then what I would do is plug that item into AutoDS. If this item on Amazon's, if the price goes up, if the item goes out of stock, AutoDS will email me and say, hey, there was a change. And then all I have to do is jump onto Facebook and make that change accordingly on Facebook Marketplace, edit the item. Now I don't have to check Amazon every hour or a couple of times a day to see if this item's price or stock changed, which is really great. Saves us a lot of time and a lot of headache as well. But AutoDS will not automatically make that change on Facebook for me. Now combine that with the Chrome extension that my team has developed, and that Chrome extension will pull all the information from Amazon and quickly list the item onto Facebook Marketplace. So it takes the listing process and cuts it like in a quarter or less, because just like that, you'll have an item listed on the Facebook Marketplace. So it saves you a ton of time. So the two of those things combined, it's a semi-automated system that's available to everyone, which is really awesome. Now, one thing I'm working on is that even though I said there's no API, there actually is, in a way. There's like a back way, a kind of complicated way to fully automate Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. And my team's working on that. We're working on getting that system down. And then I'm going to be adding that to my course. And I'll probably talk about it here on YouTube once it's available or once we get it down, but we're not quite there yet. Yeah, you would have to team up with a US resident, I think. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Thanks for being at this stream as well. I'm actually going to be releasing a video all about this on, I think, Sunday. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to check out that video. Not yet. Let me check actually, because we keep, I just submitted it to the store again. No, it's still pending review. I'm going to have to make a video at some point about making this Chrome extension, because it's been talking about roller coasters. It's been a roller coaster. I thought it'd be a pretty easy thing. I know, it's just make a simple Chrome extension, whatever. And it's just been, there's been a lot of challenges with it, and it's been kind of fun because it's brand new to me. And I might make a video in the future talking about the whole process and how much money I've made from the Chrome extension, which is not much so far, but that's mostly because it's not available. But yeah, that Chrome extension I talked about to list items on the Facebook Marketplace, that will hopefully be available soon if Google approves it. I have been, what's this? I'm on US and have had a Facebook account for over a year. Just try to list an item and see if you have the shipping option available. You should have it available. Can you dropship onto Facebook using eBay? So technically you can, because you can, AutoDS supports it. You list that item into AutoDS, and then you can use my Chrome extension to quickly list the item onto Facebook Marketplace. So the software is there for it. You just got to make sure the shipping times make sense. Make sure whoever you're buying from has a really good reputation, that they say they're going to ship and deliver the item quickly. That's what you want, and to make sure that the customer on Facebook Marketplace is happy. Currently it's closed for enrollment, but I'll be letting you guys know when it's open, when it opens back up. All right, an item was delivered yesterday, says Juan. And it says your package was left near the front door or porch. Yeah, go ahead and send it to the buyer. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm not sure what marketplace you're talking about, but they all have a way to send messages. All right, Chris says, I love your YouTube content, Paul. I just started dropshipping, made a few sales, so congrats to Chris. Big thumbs up for him. I'm struggling uploading my items from eBay to SKUGrid. I'm on a free trial. Is Hydralista better software for this? So Chris, I actually use and recommend AutoDS. That's the software that I use. And the link, if you want to use my affiliate link, it's in the description of this YouTube video. So go ahead and check that out. And you might want to try that one instead. Again, I would use the non-API version. SKUGrid does work. So if you want to use that, that's fine. But SKUGrid isn't really for listing items. For that, you do want to use Hydralista. It's been a while since I used SKUGrid for this purpose. So I would try Hydralista, but Hydralista should be free with SKUGrid. Okay, answer that one. Hey, what's up, Jenny? Thanks for being here. You can look at what's selling well on eBay, and that tends to do well on Facebook as well. Yes, non-API. This is something I've been thinking about recently. My 2021 kind of started out with without much time to really think, because I was in the middle of doing starting Facebook Marketplace and making the course for it and making YouTube videos about it. So I didn't even have time to really think. But now that the course is launched and I'm kind of have more time to start thinking about what I want to do this year. And I like to always focus on the things that are working the best and try to eliminate the things that aren't working so well. So I really want to not lose sight of that, because sometimes I'll get distracted by shiny stuff and want to try new stuff, which is great. That's what keeps entrepreneurship interesting and healthy, but it can also cause you to do things that you really shouldn't be spending your time doing, because it's like a waste of time for you when you should really be focusing on stuff that's already working, if that makes sense. So, for instance, this Chrome extension, I'm not sure that I built. I'm not sure if it was the best idea or best use of my time. It's something that I'll probably look back on. If I'm being honest, I'll look back and say, I really didn't have any business doing that. It's not that the Chrome extension isn't good. It's just that, I'm already doing other stuff that's working well. But, part of the reason I built it is because I didn't see anything out there that worked this well and worked the way I wanted it to. So I kind of built it as a tool for myself. So, yeah, it's one of those things I might look back and say that was kind of a waste of time. But on the other hand, it is having a great impact. Like, it's helping a lot of people. We use it. So we use it for our own business. So, yeah. So that's a long way of saying we're really just trying to focus on what's already working, really honing in on that and just kind of focused very closely in on that, while also allowing some freedom, enough freedom so we have that creativity to try new stuff. And so you guys are going to see a lot of the same content or same topics, but great new content on it. And you guys will also see some new stuff. Just try a little bit of new stuff. Yeah, the course is closed for enrollment right now. But you can check out the wait page and sign up for the wait list once it's available again. All right. Yes, sorry, hometown. It's just, with all due respect, the message is a little bit too long. So, just try to get more shorter questions. Maybe send me a DM on Instagram about it. Yes, like I said, if you do it in a friend or family member's name, it'll still work. Yeah, Dave. So the next coaching call will be Thursday. Should have gotten an email about it. House tour. Yes. You mean my van tour? Yeah. So on our other channel, Chad and Paul, there are some videos on there of our van if you want to check it out. No, it's not. It's not really necessary to do this, and it's more of a distraction than anything. Start one account, really focus in on that one account, and you'll be fine. What do you do if you have a flagged account? So a flagged account, you can't get it unflagged. There's no way to do that. So you can either start a new account, or and on that new account, make sure you don't get flagged. Take steps to prevent that from happening. Or what you can do is just sell on that account. Really focus in on just getting volume with that account, because if you get the volume, then it overcomes it. Because one of the great things about dropshipping is that we can pivot so easily. So most e-commerce sellers, if they want to add a new product into their store, they have to source it, they have to get it into their warehouse first. We can add new products like this. So that is where you overcome the flag, by just adding more products, staying on top of trends, staying on top of seasonal items. And you'll be able to do that in a way you can't do with any other retail model like you can with dropshipping, which makes it really unique. I got overwhelmed, he said. Yeah. So yeah, build up that system with software and VAs. Carlos says, what's the best advice on how to manually find good products to sell? Yeah, so Carlo, what you should do is, there's a product research formula I have, and actually teach how to use it inside my free eBay training. So inside the description of this video, and in most of my videos, there's a link to that free training, free eBay one. Go ahead and watch that, because in that training, I actually show you the exact formula, the exact process that we use. And it's incredibly powerful, because when I first started doing eBay dropshipping, I was seeing some success listing up random products, but not a huge amount of success. And as soon as I discovered this process, this is what really brought my sales into the stratosphere. This is really what made things take off. And I've continued to do it, continue to teach it, because it continues to be the number one thing that works. The easiest way to find winning products. So make sure to check that out in that webinar, that free training linked up in the description of this video. Let's see. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. All right, no sales on Facebook Marketplace. Just started, 30 items, competitive pricing. Any suggestions? So Gary, there's a few things I would look at. There's a lot that could factor into this that I don't know without diving into your account. I would make sure you are doing good product research. Number one, make sure you're finding products that people actually want to buy. And I see this happen with a lot of new sellers, is where they will kind of get stuck, where they find some items they think should do well, and they kind of focus in on that category a little bit too much, and they don't really branch out and try some new categories. So there are some categories that I sell on Facebook that I've tried to sell in the past on like eBay and Amazon, and have never done well, and now they're doing really well on Facebook, and it's really surprising to me. And I never would have discovered that had I not tried some new stuff and kind of got out of my own head and stopped believing that I know what people want. No, people are going to tell you what they want by actually purchasing from you. So try to spread out, try new different categories, and list more products. And do product research. I'm not sure yet. So we're just in the middle right now of the first class, and after that's over. Hey, what's up, Steven? Thanks for being here. What's up, Atlantis Shop? I'm not sure what Celery is. Can I put more than 8 variations via AutoDS? Is that possible? I didn't ever know there was a limit, but I don't really list items with a ton of variations, because the way I do product research is I usually find the one variation that does the best, and I might list up a couple of the other variations, but I really don't list items that have 8 different variations. So if there is a limit, I'm not aware of it, to be 100% honest. Any books or podcasts I recommend? So for dropshipping, the way that I do it, not really, but there is one, if you're interested, that I highly recommend, called Tech Money Talks. Let me put that up here. So Tech Money Talks. So this is probably the best podcast out there about dropshipping. The guy who does the podcast, Brian, he mostly talks about Shopify dropshipping, but he also talks about Facebook dropshipping as well. And he's a buddy of mine now at this point. We kind of like started talking because of e-commerce, and we're friends now. So, but he has a really, really good podcast about Shopify and now Facebook dropshipping as well. But if you wanted just more general recommendations, let me know. But in terms of dropshipping, I don't think there are any books about dropshipping. Johnny reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up button. Thanks, Johnny, for the reminder. It was up, Joe. I'll find the right yeah, check out the training I have again. Tommy in the Keys. What's up, Tommy? Thanks for being back. What's up, Mike? Thanks for being here. Yeah, you have to use something called BCE for that. Look up BCE on Facebook. Stealth accounts are accounts that are completely separate from your main account. So I have accounts that are in my name. If I were to create a stealth account, it would be an account that doesn't have my name on it, doesn't have my address, doesn't have my phone number, doesn't have, I've never accessed it from the same VPN. And that way eBay doesn't link them together at all. So that way, if my account gets suspended, normally what happens is eBay will suspend any related accounts. But if eBay doesn't know that account's related, they won't suspend that account. So that's what a stealth account is. Most people don't have to worry about them. You really only have to worry about them if you've been suspended and eBay won't let you sell on ebay.com anymore, and you want to start selling again. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Jonathan. I really appreciate that super chat. Can you briefly touch on SEO in Facebook Marketplace listings, please? Yeah, so the most important thing when it comes to SEO, which is search engine optimization, is to make sure that you have good keywords in the title of the product, and use those same ones in the tag as well. So what do I mean by keywords? So when you see the item, what is it that people are going to be searching for when they're looking for that item? A lot of this is just more intuitive, more based on experience. What would you search for if you were looking for that item? But you can also use a website like Title Builder. Title Builder will help you build up those titles with those keywords. But that's it. That's really all there is to it. What's up, Gene? Thanks for being here. Anton wants to know, how much can you really trust a virtual assistant? So virtual assistants are people. So that question is more like, how much can you really trust anyone, right? And it depends, right? Someone you just met, probably not going to trust them that much. A family member, in most cases, you probably trust them a lot, right? Or someone who's been working with you for 10 years, you probably trust them. So yeah, that's how you kind of have to think about it. Don't give a virtual assistant the keys to the cashier on the very first day. You don't need to do that. Start them out with a very simple task like finding products, doing product research. You don't have to give them access to any software besides your product research software. And even if they have access to that, they can't really do any damage with access to that. So start out by giving them access to something simple like that. And over time, they have to work in a way that you begin to trust them. When you begin to trust them, you can give them more responsibility and access to more. And then as time goes on, they can have access to pretty much everything. I don't give my virtual assistants access to my banks or full access to my PayPal account or stuff like that. So, yeah. I've answered that question before. Yeah, so check out my video. I have a whole video about this, kind of break it down. Yeah, I use multiple locations. Oh yeah, thank you, Jenny. I'm so sorry. totally forgot to say this. In terms of semi-automating drop shipping on Facebook Marketplace, Spot and Paste works as well. Jenny is the owner of Spot and Paste, so she is plugging it here, but it's totally justified because it's great how well it works with Facebook Marketplace. So basically, you get an order on Facebook Marketplace, and you'll get the address for the buyer. And if you have the AutoDS Chrome extension, there'll be a button you can press that copies that address all into the Chrome extension. Then you go into Amazon or whatever supplier you're using, press another button, and it will paste the address into the form, to the to form, and then you can quickly fulfill the order. So it speeds up order processing by a lot. Really helps a lot. So thanks, Jenny, for reminding me. Okay. I think, okay, so there is a developer API for Facebook. Yeah, like I said, there actually is a way to do it, but yeah. So I guess I shouldn't really talk about things I don't know about. So that's the moral of the story here. So as far as I know, the way that most of us use Facebook Marketplace, listing items onto Facebook Marketplace, if you've ever done that, there's really no software that will automate that for whatever reason. But there is another way to do it. If you have Commerce Manager on Facebook, it's, like I said, it's a little bit complicated. And with that, there is API. I know that works for that. So I apologize for talking about something I don't fully understand. I should have kind of prefaced that with kind of my lack of understanding about API and stuff like that. Now I have a large amount of orders coming in daily on Facebook. The bottleneck is order fulfillment. That's where we need automation. Yeah, I agree. Now, luckily, we have Spot and Paste, which does help with that automation, or semi-automate it. And if the full automation works, it will automatically place orders for you for some suppliers. So fingers crossed that does work. Noah says, where's the Walmart content? The Walmart content is on Noah's channel. So Noah has another great YouTube channel all about e-commerce. He makes some videos about dropshipping on Walmart as well, which I've never made any videos about. So if you guys want to learn how to do that, head over to his channel. This is it right here. And you can go check out his videos. He has some about eBay as well, wholesale, Amazon, Etsy, does a whole bunch. I would try a new bank account. So when you sign up for when you start using Facebook Marketplace, everyone gets access to Facebook Marketplace if you have Facebook here in the USA. But if you want to start selling on it, you will have to give them your bank account information so they can send you the money and transfer the money to you. So it keeps saying there's a bank account type is not supported. I would try another bank. It's possible. Maybe they only allow checking accounts. I'm not sure. I use a business checking account and haven't had an issue with it. Maria says, I work a 9 to 5. Sometimes I find customers have sent me a message in the morning asking me if the product is still available. It sounds like Facebook. And I answer them in the evening. Do you think that affects my sales? Yeah, I think it definitely does. So the faster you can respond to customers on Facebook Marketplace, the more likely it is that you're going to get them to actually purchase the item from you. So I really recommend you download the Messenger app onto your phone. That way you can get an alert on your phone as soon as you get the message. And then I don't know what your job's like, but I know a lot of people text on the job anyway, and you can do that, or during your lunch break, or first thing in the morning, like right before you get to work, you could do it. Not fully automated. Again, we have the software that does a lot, and the virtual assistants kind of fill in the gaps. Another great question from Maria. Do you think customers research her items online to find it cheaper on Amazon or somewhere else if I don't answer them immediately? Yeah, they could. But most of the people who are shopping on these marketplaces, especially Facebook, they're not shopping around. So, yeah, so they're not going to shop around. They're just going to buy from you. That's why it works. They're paying for the convenience of just being able to buy it on Facebook or eBay or Amazon. Is Facebook easier to make money on than eBay for beginners? I have a whole video about this, but with Facebook, I do feel like the barrier to entry is much, much lower. It's easier to get started. There's less hurdles to jump over. And I think for beginners, it is probably the best place to start. Not that eBay is that difficult for beginners. I just think that Facebook's even a little bit easier than that. Now, with that said, there are some benefits to doing eBay. So for instance, what we've talked about with the automation. With Facebook, it's just semi-automated at this point. And eBay, you can get a fully or pretty fully automated store that you can't quite get on Facebook at the moment. So there are pros and cons to each. But I think Facebook dropshipping is extremely beginner friendly right now. Rosemary is 22 minutes late, which means I'm way behind in the chat here. Hey, what's up, Sean? Thanks for being here. No problem. You have to, the deal is always changing. So sometimes they give you free for a week, sometimes it's a month, but it always changes. You got to look, it will say it when you sign up, how long the deal is for. How do you resist temptation, or how do you not waste your time? I feel like I can't stop binge watching TV series and I need to keep listing. Yeah, Marie, it's a challenge. First thing I'll say is you can list while watching TV. I've done it before. And it's a great way to kind of make it not as boring. So you can do both. It helps if it's something you've watched before, like a movie you're kind of more familiar with, so you don't have to pay full attention to it. But yeah, the temptations are real, and it's kind of stacked against us because all these companies like Netflix, all the apps like TikTok, they're designed to be addictive and to draw us in. And so you have to kind of always be proactively fighting against it, which is a challenge. In January, I actually went on a month-long digital detox where I didn't avoid, didn't avoid technology entirely because I needed it to, run my businesses, and so I didn't avoid it entirely, but I avoided anything that I considered unnecessary. So I didn't watch really any TV besides like major events, and there were some major events in January. And then I, avoided Netflix, I avoided, streaming stuff. And I really used that as a month to really concentrate. And I got a lot done that month. Yeah, and I could talk more about this maybe in another video, my whole philosophy about this. And because this is something I've thought a lot about over the past couple months, and something I'm really using to change my life. And I've really seen some really significant changes in my happiness and just my presence and my mindfulness ever since I made these changes. But maybe we'll make another video, kind of off-topic video about that. Is Shopify dropshipping better than eBay or Amazon? Not better, just different. With Shopify, you're building your own website, your own brand, and there's a lot of value in that, but it is more difficult, a lot more challenging. Yeah, so again, inside Jay, you look like, I don't think that's you. Okay. Yeah, so inside the free training I have linked up in the description, there is I talk about that, so check that out. Again, the best strategy is the one in the free training I have. I don't know what my all-time best-selling product is. After some time, I really stopped really knowing because my virtual assistants did so much. But I do remember some of my best-selling products in the beginning when I was doing most of the work myself. I've talked about it here on this YouTube channel before. So the first one I can mention were these claws. I had these prop Wolverine claws. It was like something you grabbed, and you have these real metal claws that would come out. and they were just really cool. I listed them up basically because I thought they were really cool and they sold really well. I sold a lot of those. So those were really popular. And the other one was just an electronic door lock. One that you see them a lot of Airbnbs where you just type in the number and that unlocks a door. Two very different products. One of them is exciting, one of them is kind of boring, but that just shows you with dropshipping, an individual product doesn't matter, right? Your opinion doesn't matter. It's the market that really determines what's going to sell well. And those are two items that the market said these are items that we want, and people bought a lot of them. So yeah, those are two of them right there. Yes, if you list up a lot more items and really try to automate it with software as much as possible. No, I don't. I think, or maybe we're talking about Walmart Plus. I know people have lost access to Walmart Plus for dropshipping, but I've never really seen anyone get kicked out of using Walmart for dropshipping. What's a good bonus for your VAs? That depends on how much you pay them. But yeah, there's something called the 13th month, which I know a lot of dropshippers don't pay their virtual assistants the 13th month. I haven't really gotten a good indication whether it's something we should be doing or not. But basically what the 13th month is you pay your VA salary, whether it's hourly or monthly salary. They pretty much make the same amount every month. Let's say it's $500, just for easy math. Then you pay them $500 every month. And then in the Philippines, you're supposed to pay anyone who works for you in December. You're supposed to pay them for an extra month. So in December, you pay them $500 for December and then $500 for the 13th month. It's standard in the Philippines. Like I said, I don't know whether we're supposed to do that because we're not actually in the Philippines and haven't really gotten a good indication. I started doing it, and that's really kind of the only bonus I do anymore. Because in the past, and apparently it's not even really a bonus, but in the past I have given bonuses if virtual assistants have gone above and beyond or things like that. You can give them bonuses on their birthday if you want, but I just do the 13th month because that works out to be more than I ever paid in bonuses. So hey, what's up, Tim? I don't use that. I know a lot of people who have done it and have done pretty well with it. So try it out. Let's see. Best advice to open new account? I'm not following you. Why would you want to open a new account? Do I have a sense of the typical Facebook Marketplace buyer versus Amazon versus eBay? Yeah, the buyers on Facebook Marketplace are a lot nicer. They're a lot easier to deal with. I love the customers on Facebook Marketplace compared to the other platforms. Anytime we have problems, they're just a lot more willing to work with us. You're definitely going to get more interest on Amazon. I don't know how to give a number like that. You're definitely going to get more interest on Amazon. Yeah, but with Facebook right now, the competition is so low, which is what makes it so great. All right, let me try to quickly scan through these. You just got to see how quickly they ship, because you do technically have to ship the items out within 3 business days. Who told you that? Suzanne, who told you that? No, we've never seen that happen. I don't do a lot from AliExpress. I experimented with it in the past and then kind of stopped right around the pandemic and haven't really used it since. I mean, that's one of the problems with AliExpress. So make sure you always adjust your shipping and handling time accordingly. Yeah, still works. Got 9 sales in one day. Facebook, $50 profits in one day. Congrats, Emmanuel. That's awesome. So now I'm on vacation mode right now. Yeah. But congrats. Good problem to have. I'll have to look into that. I haven't done that myself yet. Yeah. Or the other way around is totally fine. No, I don't use the boost. No, we didn't do anything. We went to Universal Studios, actually, on Valentine's Day. My pleasure, man. Thanks for coming back again. Let's see. No, that's not. No, not on Facebook Marketplace. That's not needed at all. All right, guys. So that's it for this week's Q&A. Thanks everyone for the great questions. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you weren't here live, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you get alerted every time I go live so you don't miss the next live Q&A. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.